Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Stellaris with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the Floaty Boy regime, our randomized empire, which, to be perfectly honest, isn't exactly doing that well at the moment. Today, we have two more goals, the first of which is to completely convert all of our people into cyborgs, which is already underway. The second is just to survive. We need a bigger fleet, we need bastions if we can afford them, and we need our economy to stop looking so terrible. Now, most of these problems are kind of twofold. The first of which is just we spawn next to fanatical purifiers. That instantly makes things a lot more difficult, especially since the AI is at the highest difficulty and has loads of bonuses at the moment. The second thing is, we have done a lot of risky things when making our empire, which would make us weaker at the start, but stronger near the end, and because the endgame crisis is so early, I thought that would pay off. No, we're being punished. We're being punished heavily at the moment. I truly believe this may be the run where we just fail, where we are utterly destroyed. Also, have you noticed that I say we a lot when we're failing, and me a lot when we're being successful? Maybe there's something in that. Anyway, let's continue on. Hopefully soon we'll have cyborg floaty boys, and we can have some more ships. Our alloys are actually looking pretty good right now, but that's pretty much it. We're running out of minerals and everything else. Our worlds need to start producing way more minerals. Even our research is looking pretty poor. Yep, I am not hopeful right now. Okay, so we just finished off Popular Rock, so we'll have a look at that in a second. And that gives us the research option, self-aware colony ships. Oh, it's just that. For a second there, I thought it was something way cooler. Still, we now have a scientist free, and what we're going to do is discover precursor insight, which means now we have access to one more of our Cyborgs researches. So we only need two more. No, we only need one more after that. That's fantastic. Then we can find the home world and get loads of bonus unity, which will be so useful. So, before I forget, here we are with the Popular Rock. If anyone would like to pause and read, feel free to. And now, back over here, we are almost there, trying to save this machine AI from the phage. Though that's still going to take a while. We're halfway, but still going to take a while. Sends out a colony ship heading towards the Gaia world. Once again, colony ships do not get enough appreciation, since you so rarely see them, but they look amazing.
System survey complete.
Oh good, we're starving. I am so not happy with how things are going. Building up our bastion now, and before I forget as well, the last video I was mentioning how the snails were constantly following us and how that was weird. It's because our fleet had take point set on. Currently set to encourage allied fleets to follow, this fleet can take point and allied fleets will attempt to follow it. And that's the thing, this is on by default, but it very rarely works. And also, I very rarely fight on the side of someone, so I just completely forgot it existed. There are so many things in Stellaris, and when you don't use one of them for too long, you just kind of forget about it. Or at least I do. Maybe it's just me. Starting now to build our first destroyers.
Research complete.
Which I'll change in a second. Glorious. We are now cyborgs, which means our leaders have a bonus. Oh good, even the snails got converted. Sadly, recently one of our scientists did pass away, and well, we have a snail now. That's pretty awesome. Habitability plus 20%, which is going to be fantastic. Less amenities being used on the planets, and I think consumer goods as well. Extra army damage, which is nice, and leader lifespan, which is fantastic, and then our leaders get bonuses depending on their role. For instance, cyborg researchers have plus 5% research speed, our grand leader has nothing. Our Admiral has plus 5% fire rate. That is all absolutely lovely. So yeah, it turns out habitability is kind of fantastic. Amenities, pop-up keep, resources from jobs, growth speed, all affected by habitability. And now we should be at 100%, which is great, since normally if you go to a planet which is the same exact type as your homeworld, for instance tropical, you are still slightly under 100%. But now we are at 100. Gaia, of course, is always at 100 because Gaia is special. And let's send you fellows over there. Fantastic. That was yellow before, now it's green. Our bastion is slowly being beefed up, and soon we'll have the FDL inhibitor, so things can't get past either. So over here, we can join forces with the snails to fend off the Reavers. Over here, we have the bastion, then we have our own fleet, and I think I will keep take point on. And no, you're not taking anyone. I'm sure you won't want to disappoint us, do you? Yes, actually, we do. Okay, our next tradition choice. So, really, Discovery and Supremacy are the two I'm looking at the most. Discovery is best in the long term. Getting this earlier will mean you'll have more research overall throughout the game. Supremacy will give its bonus whenever you grab it. So as soon as you have the additional fire rate, you instantly have that. You can get the fire rate at any point. Discovery would be lovely to have early on because it just means more research will have happened before the endgame crisis, and the earlier you get it, the more time it's been in effect, the better. But right now, we just need to survive. This is the more long-term, gambly solution. This is just, here's 10% extra fire rate. Oh, and by the way, your star bases are much stronger. And straight away, bonus star bases. And eventually war doctrines, which would be lovely. In fact, how's piracy doing at the moment? Not terribly, that's good. We do need to start grabbing all this trade value at some point. You did it! You actually did it! Okay, so, hey, I can even access node whatever it is again. Thank you, really. I'll be glad to keep operations down here running smoothly if you don't mind. Oh, and here. The Care interactive interface reaches with one appendage behind what looks to be its head and yanks out an ancient ship. Just as I promised, put it to good use. Thank you, farewell for now. The Relic is the defragmenter, and we now have a modifier which gives plus 10% energy credits. Is that from the world? Or is that for everyone? Oh, I think it's just this one world. That's a shame, especially since I don't really want this to be an energy world. I want this to be research, which means mostly going down the city districts. Maybe this would be worth turning into this. Actually, no, because that doesn't even have energy, making it into a city planet. Well, at the moment, we are using it for energy generation. I guess for now, we just turn this into a giant generator. Okay. What does this do, then? That's a lovely passive effect. Relic activation. Monthly energy credits plus 20%, research speed plus 10% for engineering for 120 months. You know what? Go! That is very, very nice. So many things popping up at once. Okay, what do you want? Oh, is this... Let's have a look-see. The power of being dyslexic. I had to read that like 20 times. So, essentially, this is an inoculation from some sort of disease. They want to vaccinate us, but we don't know how it's going to go, especially since these are insane robots. Well, borderline insane. They're not exactly what I would trust to do anything, but I believe some of the bonuses from this can be really good, but you can have negatives. And even before it takes effect, everyone's unhappy for a while. Gonna take the risk. We gamble once more. Everyone gets vaccinated.
Construction complete.
The second of the relic sites at our new relic world has just been finished, and it seems like it was attacked by a group known as the Destroyers. Once again, if you'd like to read it, feel free to pause now. But it gave us standardized destroyer patterns and some minor artifacts, which is lovely. Or at least it gave us the option for that, which I believe, yep, is just the build speed increase and the build cost decrease of our destroyers. Which is actually pretty good right now, since we're now finally building some destroyers. So it's not just corvettes absolutely everywhere. Benign inoculation. The inoculations given to us by the ancient caretakers have proven of immense benefit, reducing illness and increasing the life expectancy of our population. The initial mistrust amongst our people about the mandatory procedure has receded, and everyone is enjoying a healthier, happier life. +5 to our population growth, and +10 to our leader lifespan. That is lovely. And we need a new leader. Lifespan's probably best, especially being a cyborg as well. You're going to live a very long time.
Fleeing aggressors. Ships upgraded.
We can now build the second level of Starbase, which is great, because that will make that a very, very powerful bastion. We're now building our second fleet as well, which is lovely. Lots of lovely things right now. Starting to feel a little bit safer, and soon we can start going back into tech. Since we are starting to fall behind quite drastically.
System survey complete.
Can you please... Oh, fantastic! You've reached the hive mind. Hopefully you'll start fighting them first, and when you're weakened, we can start stabbing you in the back.
System survey complete.
We aren't the most honourable of floaty boys.
Special project complete.
In fact, you can stay there. You can begin to assist research. We're not doing this as much as I do need the relics, because I don't want to unleash the dragon. So I've took a little bit more space towards the east, purely for this. Gas giant structure. This definitely gives quite a few relics, and if I'm correct, it gives loads of energy at the end. Essentially, it's the Titanic, but orbiting a gas giant. Also, we need to replace this leader. Yeah, I should have done that earlier. But saying that, getting a new leader would take ages to level up. Okay, this will be your last job, then you're fired because you're no longer developing. You're no longer learning. Which is a very bad thing for a scientist. Okay, I've changed my mind. Although we cannot finish off this because it will summon the Defender, which will destroy our station, we can get all the way to the end and just not complete the final stage. As soon as we see it's at the final stage, we stop. And since you're so high level, this should be quite easy. Straight away, we've got a breakthrough chance. Normally it's at minus to begin with, so that is very good. Trying to say lovely less.
Construction.
Ship fire rate increased by 10%. We're still weak, but at least we have something now. We are so far behind.
Construction complete.
Okay, this is going to sound bizarre, but we could be saved by having a really weird playstyle I've never tried before. If the mid-game event starts early and it's the Marauders, we could give up to them instantly and become part of the Marauders. Essentially, we back them up. They then take over a large area, and we're essentially using them for defense as their cowardly subjects for a while. Horrible to say, but I've never done that before. I've never actually became part of the Horde. So that's something. Because at the moment, the Reavers
System survey complete.
are terrifying me. Oh, Skrek, you have changed. And you're the same as us. Well, close. We wish for nothing than to be your friends. For one, you have the same name as one of the other playthroughs. Secondly, you're us, but more crab-like, or shrimp-like, whatever you are. Wow, honor-bound warriors are not good at making non-aggression pacts. Oh, you're regular xenophile fanatic militarist, so you're the opposite of us, but still, very similar. Still very friendly. You're actually more likely to have a defensive pact than a non-aggression pact. Commercial... Wow, honor-bound warriors minus 20. So it seems like honor-bound warriors are not aggressive, or at least massively aggressive, but also not particularly good at making pacts. And they have been at war quite a lot recently. I'm tempted to declare rivalry, as insane as that sounds, just for free influence, since you can't reach us for a while. But it would be nice to have someone with the research pact. I will bear that in mind. Well, here we are. We are once again at war with the Reavers. The Reavers are attacking our snail brethren. So, I think what we could do is allow our ships to once again take point, send in both fleets with take points, grab their fleets with us, and then attack. Because together, we could perhaps stand a chance. At the very minimum, we're going to do some serious damage to their fleets and cause some serious war exhaustion. Or, we could do what we did before. Go around here, start attacking this area, perhaps try to conquer a world. That would set them back a lot, and it would give us something interesting, a new world to play with. And if we grab this area, we could also grab a new relic site, which is fantastic. Okay, well for now, I am currently upgrading my ships. Very bad timing, but I am changing my rank 2 lasers for rank 3. Which is a pretty big deal, so I am going to wait until fully upgraded, and I'm going to see what happens. Change of plan.
Battle commenced.
Turns out this wormhole goes to their territory. And I can't follow them. And that should be enough now, at least, so I can do this. Wonderful. Pirates are attacking one of our stations. Great timing there, lads. Okay, you two need to go there and take that back. Ooh, looks like we've had a few good fights. Okay, the snails have destroyed a small fleet, they've lost quite a lot. And us destroying that fleet by just having way more fleet power than theirs has actually really hurt them. Okay. What do I do now? Looks like I'm going to have just to keep defending here, and that's a bigger fleet. If I send a much larger fleet, we're doomed. You going that way, okay? In that case, you go there.
Mineral extraction platform lost.
And I have no time to deal with pirates. Oh, here's another fleet. Okay, hopefully we'll get to this one before the other one. That would be fantastic. Thank you very much. Was that a battleship? Or a cruiser? Maybe it was a cruiser. Well, a cruiser on its own is actually pretty weak. The point I was trying to make there very, very poorly was just that if you have cruisers or battleships on their own, unless they're very specialized, they kind of get crushed by things like, you know, Corvette spam. You're just having fun destroying their stations, aren't you? Okay, are you actually going to just run right into us? Oh, lovely, yes. This is going great. Except for the pirates. Okay, you can now just get stationed there. Once again, though, our economy is not looking good by any means. Didn't want to do that, since right now we are researching this, which will allow us to have a new civic, but that's going to cost a lot of influence, and now I have to spend influence.
Research complete.
Okay, now you, get your butt there. Hello, single cruiser. Miss, miss. A few light hits, and goodbye to your cruiser. Where are they trying to go? That's the worrying question. They were quite split up. That's how the snails got, like, 3 or 4 victories at the very start. Do we go aggressive now? I imagine they're still overwhelming to us, so... No, only superior now. Interesting. Why are they doing so badly? I don't fully understand. I guess splitting up their forces so much, but where's the rest of them then? To be fair, we have attacked several 1,000 and 2,000 fleets. Perhaps that was it, and then over here, with their thousands, fighting a much larger force. I know I shouldn't do this mid-wartime, but please, grab that. This is annoying me. I'm thinking in the future I'll once again play with an AI mod, because this is... stupid. Combined, they would have crushed us. I've seen now at least 6,000. There we go, there's the next section, an actual fight, which will do a lot of damage to us. No, focus on the ones you're already destroying. Oh, Fanatic Purifier bonuses.
Complete.
Okay, I'm so glad we have at least some level of militarist, because that is what's keeping us going right now. And I am really glad we ended up going with supremacy, as my voice apparently is failing right now as well. That really hurt, didn't it? Yes, it did. Well, every time I have any alloys, please make more ships. Might just go back to heal, though. If we fight now, we're just going to be crushed. Which means I'll have a chance to grab a system, though. I wish one of you were a Bastion. Don't know what to do. I think, yeah, since our armor is so melted right now, let's just go back. Better heal than to lose our ships. As expected, they've already taken a system. And there's more of them on the way. Okay, so it started well, but yeah, they just have more supplies than us, more fleet power, more everything. Okay, you're going this way, you're going to start conquering all of this. Both are horrendous. Do I split my forces here? Oh, hello, where are you going? You're going home. Okay, so I'm going to change my mind here. Can you please help us? We helped you, you help us. Okay, this needs to be intercepted, and honestly, so does everything else. So, yeah, I think one fleet going one way, one going the other. It's going to be horrible, and we're going to lose a lot of ships, but once again, let's see if we can force status quo. And I need these systems to connect everything together. Actually, you're heading towards us, that's fine. And I was really lucky the enemy had a lot of cruisers again, which don't really seem to be doing well in these fights. Oh, fantastic, your cruisers again. Well, at least you're taking back some space and harming them. We'll just hold them off, don't worry. Another fleet. They're just so continuous. Okay, I take back what I said about their cruisers. No, I don't. That should have done way more damage to us. So, note to self then, we need to grab this system and put a bastion on it. Drat, they're going to help out before our other fleets gets there. That's terrible. Oh, we are losing. We are about to lose so much right now. We're losing everything. We did so well to begin with, but we're just being crushed. Thankfully, the snails are fighting off their forces and crushing them over here, which is really racking up war exhaustion. Soon, status quo is about to be 0, so soon, hopefully the snails will accept status quo. It can't be forced right now. Well, it can be forced by the Reavers, but the Reavers probably won't. If we only lose this, it's okay, we can recover. Because they won't be able to really reinforce this, so we can put a bastion here again as planned, and then get ready for the next war, which hopefully will be much better for us. Till then, just try and defend our planets if possible. Oh, I got so lucky. Status quo happened as soon as it was possible. So actually, we only lost 4 systems, and they're just regular systems, we didn't lose any planets. And the snails got back way more than we lost. So, as a group, Snail Floaty Boy Legion, it was actually a success. In terms of me, though, nope, that was horrendous. So, yeah, that is really terrifying for the future. Well, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's video. I still truly believe this can quite easily be the first run we simply lose in terms of a run I'm recording, and it's been fun at least. Going to build a bastion here now. We are currently researching the Star Fortress, which will make a really powerful bastion. Since we're going into Supremacy, we do have the Great Game, which means our star bases are doing 20% extra damage, which did kind of help over here as well. And hopefully, by the time the next war rolls on over, since our alloys continue to climb, we might be able to defend ourselves a bit better. I think we did well considering how poorly managed this has been up until this point, but I'm not hopeful, to be perfectly honest. Lots of fun though. Learned a lot. Being heavily punished for a lot of decisions early on, but having fun. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stellaris is a series you wish to see continued in the future. May the floaty boys live throughout this terrifying time, with the endgame crisis so soon, and with our snail brethren doing surprisingly well. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Where do we go from here?